Good morning. This is Father Stephen Kelly from St. John's Church in Detroit. We're continuing our series of daily morning meditations where we generally look at one or another of the lessons that are assigned for morning or evening prayer, better known as the Daily Office Lectionary. And we are in the new season, the Epiphany season. We celebrated the Epiphany back on Wednesday, January 6th. And so here we are, Friday, January 8th, and we are looking at ways in which God has been made manifest in Jesus Christ and how Jesus Christ manifests the glory of God and his teachings to the rest of the world. The word epiphany literally means manifestation, right? And the only really English way that we use that word epiphany might be that we have an epiphany. In other words, aha! Now I realize this. This is an epiphany to me, or an epiphanal moment, right? And so yesterday's lesson, we had the story of the baptism of Jesus in the Jordan by John the Baptist from Matthew's Gospel, and we talked about that aha moment of God in Trinity being made manifest by the Father speaking. This is my well-beloved Son, the Son himself, Jesus, in the waters, and God the Holy Spirit lighting upon him as a dove. So we have a wonderful manifestation of God in Trinity and the relationship of that. Today we have a lesson from St. Mark's Gospel, and let's get right to it, shall we? Chapter 9, beginning at verse 2. And after 6 days, Jesus taketh with him Peter and James and John, and leadeth them up into a high mountain apart by themselves. And he was transfigured before them, and his raiment became shining, exceeding white as snow, so as no fuller on earth can white them. And there appeared unto them Elias and Moses, and they were talking with Jesus. And Peter answered and said to Jesus, Master, it is good for us to be here. Let us make 3 tabernacles, one for thee, and one for Moses, and one for Elias. And he wist not what to say, for they were sore afraid. And there was a cloud that overshadowed them, and a voice came out of the cloud, saying, This is my beloved Son, hear him. And suddenly, when they had looked about, they saw no man any more, save Jesus only with themselves. And as they came down from the mountain, he charged them that they should tell no man what things they had seen, until the Son of Man had risen from the dead. And they kept that saying with themselves, questioning one with another what the rising from the dead should mean. So again, hopefully I hope you see the obvious aha moment. And that is, of course, Jesus being transfigured before them, right? And then the clouds surrounding them. Where do we know about a cloud and God speaking out of a cloud, right? Well, I hope we remember that from our stories from Exodus and Genesis. But Exodus with Moses particularly, that God speaks to Moses in the cloud. So once again, we have this cloud that envelops them. And who's present but Moses and Elias, who represent the greatest of the law and the prophets, right? Here's the two of them having a chat with Jesus. And the apostles are witnesses to this remarkable event, this a remarkable epiphany. But that epiphanal moment is when God speaks once again. And we hear, This is my beloved Son, hear him. You know, good old Peter. We've talked about this when we talked through Mark's Gospel, we talked through Matthew's Gospel back in the summer and spring. We talked about how, poor old Peter gets it wrong. He wants to build a tabernacle, which is only a place for the Holy of Holies, one for Elias, one for Moses, and one for Jesus. But only Jesus, as the Son of God, is worthy of a tabernacle. But, it says Peter doesn't know what to say. He doesn't know what to say, right? He's a bit stunned, and I think we'd all be stunned by this situation as well if we looked up, saw Jesus, and realized that the two people he's talking with are Moses and Elijah. Elias is another way to say it. And so Peter just says what makes sense at the time. He's just confounded by it all. But here's that manifestation. Here's Jesus Christ being made manifest as God in the flesh. And God the Father saying, This is my Son. Right? The fact is, as Alice von Hildebrand says in her book, Letters to a Young Bride, when she describes the Epiphany, when she describes the Transfiguration, she says that these apostles are actually getting a real image of God, that God is kind of leaking out through the human person of Jesus Christ, because God is light, right? Jesus Christ is the light of the world. We talked about that during Christmastide. And so that transfigured moment, they're seeing Jesus as he really is, both man and God. What an amazing epiphanal moment that is. Today's Friday, January 8th, and I hope that you have a wonderful Friday, and be sure you sign up for worship this weekend here at St. John's Church. The clickable link to the Sign Up Genius is found on St. John's website, stjohnsdetroit.org, and please sign up for one of our Saturday and Sunday services, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock on Saturday, and then on Sunday, 7:30 and 8, morning prayer, Holy Communion, then 9, 10, 11:30, 12:30, and then 5 o'clock, evening prayer on Sunday night, with the opportunity to receive communion then as well. So we have lots of opportunities. Please don't miss this opportunity to worship the good God, to celebrate the good news of his epiphanal moments, and most importantly, to be fed in word and sacrament. I hope you have a fantastic Friday. God bless you.